Hey there, sports fans. Join us on another Saturday. It's Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. So right now you got me, my co-host. He coming. So go on and dive right into it. We're going to start off with the Olympics. I'm going to start off with the Olympics. So I was noticing that Jason Tatum is not getting any play time. It's not getting any time. And I noticed that I was seeing that a lot of people was getting mad. You know, he's not playing Steve Kerr. And then in the defense of Steve Kerr's defense, you have to look at it like this. Okay. So you got 10 reliable vehicles, right? Each one can get you from A to B, C to D. You know they're reliable. You know they when you start them up, they're dependable, the whole nine. Good gas mileage, good everything. And the defense for Steve Kerr, I get where he was like, I didn't play him the one time because I wanted to, match size with size. I get the other time he didn't want to play him because it's only one basketball. Of course, he's not going to bench his star, Stephen Curry, which is another NBA star. But on the same token, if you're him, what do you do? Because you're like, okay, he is an NBA proven champion, but they got two more members on that team that's an NBA champion. Derek White, and they got Derek White, and they also have who else is it? Derek White and Tatum and the other guy. So I kind of get how he's in a bind, but I don't get the criticism because it's one ball. Like I said, it's one ball. But here's my co-host, Kamau. Good morning. Glad you could join in. He went back out. He coming back. But to finish up what I'm saying is, what is he to do when you got all these horses and you can only play 5 at a time? So I get it that people is putting all this criticism on Steve Kerr and they're saying Steve Kerr, he should be replaced, or Steve Kerr, or they wasted Jason Tatum time. At the end of the day, Jason Tatum, he could have declined. He could have said, I'm going to spend time with Deuce and the family, which is his son. I'm going to, I got surgeries lined up. I'm going to work on my body. I'm going to get my BMI, right, my body fat, mass, weight, all that. I'm going to take it off. So with that being said, as they head into the game tomorrow against France, not to mention the ladies is also playing France, which should be a good thing going for tomorrow for the championship. My thing is, why is he getting the criticism that he's getting when if me or the audience out here had to do it, we would be doing the same thing. We probably would even snubbed Derek White. We probably would have said, what? I'm not about to line up three Celtic. Okay, yeah, they won the NBA championship, whatever. No, I just don't feel he deserves the backlash he's getting. With that being said, moving forward, I hope USA Gold. I hope they get it, because it would be heartbreaking to get all the way to where they at, and then they don't get the gold. They come back with silver or even worse, bronze, right? But with that being said, I'd just like to know, in the comments, what are y'all thoughts? Because my thought is Steve Kerr don't deserve it, but Jason Tatum doesn't either. But this is what you signed up for. You signed up with 11 other All-Stars, and that's the basis of it. With that being said, we'll move forward. The Detroit Tigers, are in San Francisco playing the Giants. They are currently, they lost last night, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I'm not for sure. The Detroit Tigers are not, well, I can't say that they're mathematically eliminated because, like you said, they're on their way. The fat lady is about to sing. I just think this team has given up. I really do. I think they're giving up. I think it's, okay, let's just go and get the season over with. Let's get ready for the off season. You didn't make no significant trades. You were sellers, but you really wasn't buyers since the trade deadline. Before the trade deadline, y'all were there right there. After the trade deadline, I have no idea. I don't know if the sale went out to win. I have no idea. With that being said, I think this team seriously needs to find some direction, whether it's AJ Hinch, whether it's the Illiges, whether it's Scott Boris, the agent. You need to find some players because going back and forth down there to Comerica Park, people they're getting antsy. You know what I'm saying? First, 1 minute you hot like a firecracker, then the next minute is I can't believe it. So you just need to do something. Moving on, it's preseason football. This is the best part of the show that I love to talk about because I get to mess with Lion fans. The funny thing about Lion fans, Michigan fans, and I'm not going to say Piston fans. I'm just going to leave it at them two. Lions fans and Piston fans. I mean, Lions fans and Tiger fans. You live in Fantasy Island. And Wolverine fans, you live in Fantasy Island. The reason why I say you live in Fantasy Island, you scrimmaged the New York Giants for 3 days. 3 days, you scrimmaged this team. Thursday night, you played them in New York, and you only managed to put up 3 points in 4 15-minute quarters. That's unacceptable. How can you scrimmage a team for 3 days and only manage to put up 3 points and 4 quarters of football? And I know everybody, like I heard, it's just preseason. Let the Lions would have won. Oh, we still running the bus from last year. That's why I say you live in Fantasy Island. You don't live in realistic times. This team he's showing you now what your season's going to be. Whether it's if you have at preseason, you went you lost 14-3. Where's the development of your second string and your third string? And I don't want to hear, they just draft picks. If you got drafted to the National Football League, that means you have to have some type of sports, or you have to have some type of ability to where okay, I'm fundamentally sound to know this game. I'm fundamentally sound to play this game. Put athletes on the field. Don't put excuses, because I see it already trending. The good thing is, you found the field goal kicker. He made a 53-yarder. That was preseason. That's not going to always line up like that. And then if you basing it on that, and they lost 14-3. What's the bright spot? I just don't get it. What's the bright spot? He just told you coming into this season, I was on a team. This is Dan Campbell's words, not mine. I was on a team. We went 12-4. The following year, we turned around and we went. The following year, we went 7-9. We lost our identity. I'm just saying. There he is. Can you hear me? Hey, Mr. Wick.
Almost there.
Nah, I can hear you. I hear you.
All right, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You getting fined for being tardy, man.
Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. I can hear you.
All right, I'm so sorry. The internet gremlins got a hold of me today, and it seemed like they just did not want me to get on here today. I don't know what happened, why it happened, but by the good grace of God and somebody at Spectrum, I'm here.
Spectrum.
How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm blessed, man. I got to do another show with you, man. I'm blessed.
Yes,
I was on the wake-up list.
Yes, so I don't know exactly where we are, but we gonna get into it. We gonna have us some fun.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so let me turn my monitor so I can hear. My head all swollen in the camera. Well, let me make a quick adjustment. Let me see here. And use this right here to move this up right here. There we go. Get there. Good. All right. Adjust my lighting. All right. We ready to go. There we go. All right. Good Saturday morning again to you, brother. Well, now, what topic you on? Let me know where you at so I can catch you.
I was talking about the pussycat. I mean, the Lions. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about how y'all only put up 3 points, and you know what
they really only couldn't go 30 yards at a time. Every time they got 30 yards, they had to punt.
Well, all I'm saying is you scrimmaged this team for 3 days. You should have walked all over them, because according to the highlights that we seen, J-Mo was burning past them and he was catching in, man. You really shut down. Okay, yeah, you did shut down Malik Neighbors. Okay, whatever. Okay. But what was the bright side? You 0-1.
Now let's look at it. Let's look at that now. Did J-Mo actually play on Thursday?
It doesn't matter.
But that's my point. You got 2s and 3s one person against 2s and 3s. To me, the best part was trying to get them quarterbacks, them backups, a little bit of run.
I understand that, but you're supposed to develop that.
I agree. That's my point. They had a highlight, but they couldn't go no more than 30 yards at a time. Every time I looked up, they would punt, turnover.
Jared Goff is trash. Nate Suffield is trash. Hendon Hooker needs to learn how to take a slide, because he's gonna be in concussion protocol for the rest of the time. And you gotta learn how to get out, big dog. I get it, you big, and you want to show people you can run people over. You're a quarterback for a reason. You're not a wide out. You're not a wide receiver. Get out on the ground. Go ask Cam Newton. Ask Cam Newton about getting hit like that. So I just think, to me, I wasn't impressed. When I got back to work Friday, I heard all the excuses. I said, this is just the beginning. This is the writing on the wall. Get ready for the rest of the months. Y'all gonna be saying the same thing. 7-10.
that was part of what I wanted to get to today. Let's just talk specifically Lion prediction. You've been saying 7-10 for a while. Let's look at the schedule. Let's break down the schedule. Let's Lions schedule 2024. All right. Preseason. Give me the regular season. Where will regular season go? Okay. First game of the season, they go to.
They got the Rams at home. Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football, Rams. Can the Lions beat the Rams again?
No. 0-1.
Even with retiring, even with the best defensive lineman in this era retiring.
Aaron Donaldson.
First about Hall of Famer. The Lions still can't beat the Rams.
Nope, it's a loss.
Okay, all right. Next we got the Buccaneers at home.
1-1.
1-1. Okay. Then they go to Arizona. They play against Mighty Mouse.
2-1.
2-1. Okay. All right. And then they go to they play at home against Seattle. It seems like they
2-2.
I was about to say Seattle seemed like they got their numbers. Carroll not there no more. Pete Carroll not there no more. Pete Carroll.
Doesn't matter. Pete Carroll don't make tackles. Pete Carroll don't throw the ball. Pete Carroll don't catch the ball. Pete Carroll don't run between the tackles. 2-2.
Okay, all right. Then they go to Dallas. They come down here for the revenge game.
2-3.
Okay, 2-3. And then they go home to play against Minnesota, against the Vikings.
See, that's a toss-up, because if McCarty is you know what? I can't be a hypocrite. I can't come with excuses. I'm gonna say 2-4.
2-4. All right, all right. All right, then they go, they come back home and play against the Titans. Or remember the Titans. They play against the Tennessee Titans.
3-4.
3-4, okay. And then they go home. No, they go to Green Bay.
What was that? 3-5. Yeah, 3-5. Okay, that's it. See, you coming?
Yeah. Then they come back to Texas, and they go down to play Houston to play against the Texans.
3-6.
Okay. Then they come home to play against the Jaguars. The Jaguars. I'm gonna try and come to see that game because I got to see the blind Jerry curl. I want to see that game.
4-6.
4-6. Okay. Then they go to Indianapolis.
5-6. 5-6.
Okay. Then we go right straight to the Thanksgiving game home against the Bears.
6-6.
6-6, okay. And then they play the Packers at home this time. They get a nice little break.
6-7.
6-7. Okay. All right. Then they got the let's see here. And who we got next? Let's see here. They got the Bills. Ooh, they go home. They play home. They at home against the Bills Mafia.
6-8.
Okay. All right. Then they go to one of the second frozen tundra of the Bears.
6-9. They're gonna lose to the Bears at the Bears. Absolutely. 6-9.
And then they go cross country. Bang Niner game.
6-10.
Okay, all right. And then they play at home. They finish the season at home like they did last year against the Minnesota Vikings.
7-10. Bang. Bang.
Okay. I see a few little differences myself. I'm gonna go ahead with my prediction. I'm gonna go 10-7 this year.
So would 10-7 get them in the playoffs?
It's gonna be close. I'm either going. They're either gonna go 10-7 or 11-6. It's gonna be a tough season.
So 11-6 to get them in there.
When I say it's gonna be tough, I mean some of these games gonna be 24-25 with 10 seconds left on the clock.
Okay.
And we gonna get some miracle fumble rooskies or something going on. Because it's this the prove it year. This the year that you got to go in here and for all the success you had, you're not gonna catch nobody by surprise this year. Everybody waiting on you. Everybody looking for you. So it's gonna be quite a bit different than what you had last year. Do they have a premier schedule? Yes. Do they have the roster to play the schedule? Yes. Do they have the fans behind them? Yes. But what don't they have? Well, you know what I'm going to say. There it is. You got a coach. What I call them? Three beans? Three magic beans?
Only guy I know sit at the blackjack table and got 20. Hit me.
Like, you sure you don't want to sit that, sir? Now you heard me. Heard me.
All right. Hit me.
30.
Right.
But only saving grace I can say is this: they love him. The coach, the team, they love him. They believe in him. They run through the wall.
I disagree, man.
I
disagree. I think they in love with the cliches that come out of his mouth, the paraphrases that come out. Real talk. I mean, look, Rocky Balboa, all the Rocky movies. Like I told you, I don't go to the movies to watch the movie. I go to the movie to watch the movie. There's a difference. All the little paraphrases that he say, that's what made you intrigued to watch the movies. I remember I was just watching Rocky V the other night, and he was like, "Hey, Rock, there's your boat. And he's like, what boat, Paulie? The one that's sinking. When the Tommy gun them. Stuff like that. That's what got me intrigued to keep wanting to watch. When he fought Drago, and when he fought Drago's son in Creed 2, and he told him, he said, wow, I guess I'm going back to hell. And Rocky told him, well, since you're going back to hell, you might as well get used to it. Hey, that's what he say. We built for this. No, you're not. You're not built for this, because if you was built for it, you would have been playing the Chiefs again in the Super Bowl. And they grasped onto it. See, you weren't gonna get that out of Caldwell, right? You weren't gonna get that out of Steve Marinucci, right? You weren't gonna get that out of the people before him. He brings the liveliness and the vibrant, and they like, oh my God, he's saying something that make me man.
Honestly, had they left Mooch alone, he could have been okay. Had they backed him up with a few more players.
No, they quit. They quit on Steve. Steve was that guy. They quit on Steve. Big Baby Sean Rogers, all of them, they quit on Steve. Steve was the best thing we had.
Mm-hmm.
Next to Jim. I still say Jim is better than my man. I still take Jim Caldwell over Dan Campbell. The thing with Jim Campbell, the thing with Jim Caldwell was they tied a rope around his neck and they let him go out so far. This guy don't got no rope around his neck. That's the only difference. But in hindsight, when Jim Caldwell first came here, true story, I can't make this up. I'm not that good. We go to the same hair, the guy who cut our hair. He was like, is Mark Roberts in there? I'm like, yeah, Mark Roberts, he cut in there. I just came out of there. I was like, congratulations on the job, coach. Good luck. He was like, thanks. That was the last time I seen him. Jim Caldwell. He was driving a Lincoln Navigator, all black, tinted, everything. I was like, good, congratulations on the job. This is very first year. Congratulations on the job. Good luck this season. He's like, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Last time I seen him. And I go get a haircut every week. So last time I seen him. But I get it going through the season. I'm like, wow, okay. But nah, that's what it is. He just says certain stuff that makes them, oh, okay, they believe. But eventually, nah.
Yeah, well, I honestly think that the Lions are going to be okay. Honestly, and that just and okay might be 9-8. Okay, might be 9-8. And the reason why I say that is because when you come off a year like that, you got to work so much harder to get back to where you were. And do you have the history as an organization and as players and as individuals to do so? I think you got the right pieces in place. I think Jared Goff is smart enough to be okay. He's not injury prone. Knock on wood.
Yeah, but he can't run. He can't get out the pocket.
Every now and then he make a dumb play, but what quarterback don't?
Right.
You know, he's not a runner. You're right. He's not a runner. He gonna tuck it under. He gonna take that sack, or he gonna try and throw it out of bounds.
Is he a top 5 quarterback right now in the NFL?
No. Is he a top 10 quarterback? I would say he's closer to a top 10 than a top 5. I already know what you're about to do. You're about to break down the 10. But
no, I just want to know who the 5 in front of him if he's not top 5.
Who's the 5 in front of him? Okay. Of course, we got Mahomes.
Correct.
And then we got Baltimore. Then we got
Jackson.
Huh?
Jackson. Lamar Jackson.
Let's see here. Let me pull up the NFL so I can make sure I got this right. Old boy in the Packers gonna make a great case to be a top 5 quarterback this year.
Jalen Hurts is top 5.
Take Jalen Hurts in the Eagles.
Yeah.
I would say he's 6-10. I would say he's 6-10.
So 2 top 5.
Okay, so far I said
Holmes, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna say what's his name? Old boy in the Packers. What's his name? Jordan Love. Let's see here. I'm trying to find some other NFL teams so I can make sure I get all this right.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Yep, Josh Allen.
Okay.
And
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen. Okay, I'll put Jalen Hurts at 5.
Okay, so he what, 6 or is Dak 6?
According to his stats, Dax is probably 5, and then you can put Jalen Hurts behind him.
No,
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I was watching the NFL preview show the other day. They put a side by side, same number of games, same number of stats. Dak and the man in Kansas City had almost the exact stats. The difference was playoffs. Putting up stats, Dak ain't got a problem putting up stats. Dak got a problem winning the big one.
I can't
Or
see
winning the playoff game, period.
Jalen Hurts is 2 years removed from the Super Bowl.
I'm not saying he's not a good player.
No.
Statistically,
You would take who? You would take Jalen. You would take Dak over Jalen Hurts.
for what Jalen Hurts ain't beat Dak. Jalen Hurts ain't came into Dallas or beaten Dallas consistently. Look at the record.
He 2 years from the Super Bowl. They just played for the Super Bowl the year before last. They just lost to the Chiefs.
Head to head, Jalen Hurts has not consistently beat the Dallas Cowboys.
Didn't they beat the Cowboys last year? Twice? Or did they split? They might have split.
I thought Dallas won both them games.
I thought they split. You could be right. I could stand corrected. You could be right, but I thought they split. I thought they got them in Philly. I thought they beat them in Philly, but they beat them in Dallas. That's what I thought. I could be wrong.
You thought it was an away victory for both teams?
No, I thought it was a home victory for both teams. I could be wrong, but I thought that's what I thought.
Let me do some quick research.
But top 10, I'd say top 10. Yeah, he might be 10, right? He might be 10.
But
it's gonna be
a top 10 quarterback. So you got your quarterback in place. They got, normally you would say the linebacker. They got a decent linebacker. Every team right now pretty much kind of goes linebacker by committee because they get injured so quickly.
Correct.
So you really can't call one linebacker. You got your defensive backfield is solid right now. You got even with your rookie back there.
Wait a minute. Wait. What team we talking about?
The Lions.
No, you can't. No. Your secondary is improving. The dude you signed from Tampa. Okay. The dude you signed from Tampa Bay, obviously he wasn't nothing because they let him go. They let him walk. They didn't even match the offer. That's what I'm saying. Gardner Webb, the dude that left to go back to Philly, that you had something there, right? He just couldn't stay healthy.
Injured. He was injured, yeah.
The Carlton Davis kid, if he was that much of a factor, you telling me Knowles wouldn't, not Knowles, Brian Knowles wouldn't.
They drafted a kid from Alabama, and you're right. They split last year. Each team won at home.
I thought so. Okay, man. What I'm saying, Terrion Arnold is a rookie. You're gonna put all your last time we put our money in with a rookie. What happened? Didn't work out, did it?
Oh boy,
Brian Westbrook out of Texas. Didn't work out.
No. Even after that, old boy from Ohio State.
Terry Fair didn't work out.
I do not like listen. I do not like saying that name. You know why I don't like saying that name?
You don't like Terry Fair was okay.
Because we could have had Moss. Why we even draft that boy? We could have had Moss.
We could have had Randy Moss?
Yes.
The reason why you drafted Terry Fair, I'll tell you why you drafted Terry Fair. The same reason you drafted Andre Ware. Andre Ware did what? Won the Heisman. Okay, what did Terry Fair do? Won national championship. They beat Florida State in the Orange Bowl, in the Sugar Bowl that year. I'm just being honest. Look, you can't argue facts, man. I'm just being honest. That's why.
You drafted a guy who was out the league in less than 5 years versus the guy who was the first team Hall of Famer.
Understood. But at the time, were you in need of a secondary player or were you in need of a receiver? Because you got to remember,
when you draft the number 19, you get the best player available,
which was Terry Fair at that time. Let me tell you why. I just told you why. They just knocked off Florida State. You know who the quarterback was for Tennessee that year?
Peyton Manning?
No. Peyton Manning was playing for the coach. You know who the quarterback was? T. Martin.
T. Martin. Yeah, T. Martin.
You know who the receiver was? Peerless Price. He ended up getting drafted by Buffalo, the Buffalo Bills.
I tell you what. At the time, I can tell you.
Hold on.
I'll never forget.
Okay, hold on. You got to remember, Randy Moss had baggage. Randy Moss got kicked out of Florida State. He got kicked out of Notre Dame. He ended up at Marshall. He had a lot of baggage. The Lions are not known for drafting people with baggage, right? They don't want to change the culture, right? We didn't know Bryant Westbrook had a drinking problem until when? He got on the Lions. We didn't know Charles Rogers had a drinking problem until when? He got on the Lions. We don't know these things until they actually play out. Terry Fair, oh, okay. I know I see the face. I get it. He just won the national. Do you know Florida? Do you know who was on that Florida State team?
It doesn't matter.
Fred Swinkie was the quarterback. The receiver was the dude who got caught in the Dillard scandal with Lavernius Coles. What's his name? He got.
I'll do my rock impression one more time. It doesn't matter. We could have had a generational talent for a guy who was out of the league in less than 5-6 years.
Okay, so we gonna play. Since this is a show and we like to have fun, let's play pretend. Okay. Let's say they drafted Randy Moss. Do we get Calvin Johnson now?
It doesn't matter because we already got Randy Moss.
Who was the quarterback when we would have had Randy Moss?
Who was that guy? I don't know.
Was it Scott Mitchell?
It might have been Scott Mitchell, yeah.
So how that would have played out?
You got a guy who got an arm enough to get him there.
How that would have played out? Come on.
Honestly, even though Scott Mitchell walked around with a pillow under his shirt, even before he was teasing his coach about having a pillow under his shirt, he could throw the ball. He wasn't very mobile, but he could throw the ball.
So did we pay Scott Mitchell off of what he did in Miami, or did we pay Scott Mitchell off of talent?
Scott Mitchell would have had a definitely, and this is still the end of the Barry era too, right?
No, Barry was already gone. We had James Stewart, little man James Stewart out of Tennessee. That was a running back.
I'm gonna give this quick story because I know we got to move on. I was just finishing college. I just took my state test to become a teacher. I get out of that test, and a bunch of us who all know each other, we went to the sports bar. And we get there at about pick number 14. And, this is in Lansing, so we all Lions fan. And so they go pick, and they go pick, and they go pick. And we get to the Lions, and I'm saying, Randy Moss is still there. Randy Moss is still there. And I still won't say his name. And they call that idiot's name. I'm not saying the idiot is a bad person. Say his name.
Terry Fair.
Oh, man, he told about everybody the ball just falling out. Oh, you know how New York fans, when at the draft, when they all fall out, when they draft somebody crazy, that was all of us. We was like, you gotta be kidding me, you're crazy. Oh.
Go back and look, man. Go back. I agree with you 100%. You said I'm your brother. We gonna agree to disagree. It's all love on this show.
I
agree. Yes, I would have took Randy Moss, but that's not the Lions culture because he had the baggage. If you ever get a chance, watch the documentary. I didn't even know he had the baggage.
We all knew he had baggage. The two best games of his career happened where?
Marshall.
Where? When he was at Marshall, but in what building did he have the two best games ever? The Silver Dome. In the Cherry Bowl.
In the MAC championship. Because if you think about it, real talk, and I ain't even trying to be funny. Randy Moss don't go to Marshall. Chad Pennington might not get drafted. Let's be honest.
I agree.
Be honest. Because before Randy Moss got to Marshall, you didn't know who Chad Pennington was.
You didn't.
You sure didn't.
I agree. But we're gonna move on. And of course, it's time for us to talk about the Tigers just a quick minute. They are 55-62 right now, 3-3 over the last games. And now I say this tongue in cheek. Are we even paying attention? And I don't mean just the Tigers. I mean about baseball in general. I know because of the Olympics and football that started. Are we even paying attention to baseball at all right now?
You ain't gonna start paying attention till maybe late September, right before it get cold and it's time. Because now, like you said, everybody, what do everybody waiting on? Football. Even though it's preseason, you still, football. That drought from June to August, that's a terrible drought. Just imagine if the Olympics, we didn't have the Olympics. Oh my God. We'd be watching Little League World Series right now. You only got, think about it, from the NBA draft, you only got 2 weeks of summer league, right? Well, a week of summer league. After that, you got the All-Star game, the Major League All-Star game, and then there's nothing. We just happen to have the Olympics right now. If we didn't have the Olympics, we'd be watching the WNBA.
We'd be watching reruns of the ESPYs.
Right. That's crazy, man. But you're right. It's I don't know. Like so we can so she's in the limo on I-75, correct? Or she should be in Canton right now. She shouldn't even be close to Detroit, right?
She since it's 3-3 over the last week, she's circling the area. She probably on the lives. I know she's glad. They took her to see the sign on 94.
When are you just gonna say it's over, man? Just look, man.
She has a sign on 994. She's planting some flowers at the sign on 994.
It's okay, man. Trust me, it's okay.
Well, honestly, I still keep up with them. I get the alerts every day when the game start, when the game ends, because I get a chance to stream. I do get to watch them a little bit. I'm still paying attention to them. I'm not gonna lie. I said that, so I say tongue in cheek. It's a joke, but I still pay attention to the Tigers. I'm a Tigers fan. I can't help myself. I really can't.
Okay, it's over, man. It's over. Just stick a fork in them.
Until mathematically, if it happens over. They were 16 games out last week. They're 12.5 now. So between the Guardians losing some games, some other teams up there losing some games, we still have a chance.
Okay.
We still have a chance. All right. This is the part I think you've been waiting on the longest.
Absolutely.
On Monday, you text me fired up. Absolutely. I can't wait to Saturday. We got to talk about this.
I can't wait.
Allegations against you have been come out over the weekend, which is funny. They normally don't send it out over the weekend, talking about how Connor Stallions was confirmed to be on the Central Michigan sideline. Oh, like we really didn't already knew that happened. And Sharon Moore has a potential level 1 violation. He has 2 level 2 violations right now, and how he might start the season on suspension. And of course they double it down on everything, making Jim Harbaugh the honorary captain of the first home game. And of course he's saying, he's still riding the company line of, hey, we did everything by the book, everything right. My big question is this: when everything is said and done and everything comes out, will they snatch the natty?
Yeah, because the NCAA doesn't like Michigan. If they did it on the basketball team, what's the exception for the football team? And not to mention, they don't like Jim Harbaugh. But Jim Harbaugh doesn't care because Jim Harbaugh will never come back to college football. It's like the episode of Married with Children when she sold all his Playboys. And she was like, Al, don't you like Tubro? And he was like, I'm not like Tubro, Peg, because Tubro can't cry. So man, I told you, man, I got it up here, man.
I remember that episode like it was yesterday.
I got it up here, man. I'm like, what is it, an elephant? I got it up here.
I remember that episode like it was yesterday. They going in the basement, coming up smiling. Next thing they come up like, oh!
He said, not only, he was like, Steve, I got that album. I got that copy. I got that issue plus the issue you ain't never seen before. You got all of them. I had them since I was a kid, asked Steve. They go down there. She just sold it for $2, She like, don't you want to rub $2? You're like, no, because $2 can't cry. I like $2 can't cry. So yeah, I mean, I get it. You just showed every student athlete / every athlete / every young kid in America that cheating is fine. That's what you just showed them. And not only did you show them that, you showed them not only did we cheat and we won, we're going to make him an honorary captain the first week against Fresno State. So now you're glorifying cheating. Once again, I always said the University of Misdemeanors.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think what's going to happen, and this is what I see what's going to happen. Sharon might get 2 games. Might.
But it's going to be at a crucial 2 games. Like when he get Fresno State and Texas. Or when he get Texas and Ohio State. Or when he get Michigan. That's the thing. Whenever he do get them suspension, is it because let's be realistic, man. Like I was saying in the beginning of the show, that fan base not realistic. Let's be realistic. You can have 3 losses and still make the playoffs. They're not going to the playoffs. They're not making the playoffs. You go to Washington. You got Texas coming in the big house. Quinn Earls is back. Steve Sarkisian. They gonna do y'all like they did Alabama last year. They gonna come out to say, they're gonna set the tone.
I'm willing to bet Texas is trying to go in there like Florida State did in the 90s.
What, 51-31?
I think that's their plan. I remember watching that game, literally surprised, like, Michigan get beat like this? We were in the dorm. We were sitting in my boy Rob dorm room watching that game, shocked. Deion doing this little circle dances, touchdown. What the world is going on here?
Deion wasn't there.
Deion wasn't play that game?
Deion wasn't there. They number 1 cornerback was Terrell Buckley. And they number 1 receiver was Desmond Howard. The first play of the drive for Elvis Gerback tried a 10-yard slant, and Terrell Buckley stepped in front of it and took it to the house. I remember like it was yesterday.
My bad.
That was the opening drive. That was he was in the league. He's playing for the Falcons. Terrell Buckley.
I remember, my boy's father was like, I ain't never seen Michigan get beat like that in the big house before.
They were too fast. Their offense that year was, the quarterback was Casey Weldon. The fullback was Edgar Bennett. He ended up going to play for the Packers. The tailback was Amp Lee. Their wide receiver was Tamarick Vanover. He got drafted by the Chiefs. Couldn't beat them, man. Casey Weldon looked like Joe Montana. Literally, looked like him. Facial-wise. He looked like Joe Montana, a young Joe Montana. Tommy, that was one of Bobby Bowden's, one of his best, and they didn't even win the national that year.
And Bobby Bowden didn't even really coach. He was just walking up and down the sideline doing interviews.
But 51-31. I remember it like the first play, they tried the quick slant with that, and Terrell Buckley stepped in front and took it to the house. I say, it's about to be a long afternoon.
I'm not trying to be mean or nothing like that, but I kind of feeling that's what's going to happen in that game. It's going to be a game like that.
Maybe something like 31-17.
It's going to be games because something close to that. What's going to actually happen at CMU? Who going to get in trouble at CMU for letting kind of Stallions be on the sideline?
Oh, the dude that used to coach Florida, he coaching for his job right here. He coaching for his job.
So you think CMU going to let them finish this year? Or are they going?
Absolutely. Because, I mean, how many people on the sideline? 75, including the players? It's like 75 people. Are you really paying attention to all the personnel on the sideline? No, not really. So I get it.
I don't know. I can tell you from experience, from being an assistant coach to being the head coach, you do your best to control everybody on your sideline because that's
understood. But as the game is going on, would you really notice me as an assistant coach? Would you really notice me?
Oh yeah. And here's why: it's hard enough to keep them kids behind the white line. My job as an assistant coach was the white line guy. It was 3 of us, and especially when I was under coach as a JV coach, that's your job on game day. You either the backup guy, you the backup behind the white line guy, or you in the press box, spot as a spot guy. So it was more fun to be on the sideline, but it was much less fun to be the backup guy. So you know who you were around. So you know who normally there every week. You got your certain players' parents. That's no big deal. You get used to that. It's certain alumni. You're used to seeing that. It's certain administration. You get used to that. And when somebody ain't there, like somebody uncle from out of town, you know about that quick. And whether you the backup coach or you the head coach, because you need to know who potentially can run up on you. Seriously. So you need to know who on your sideline all the time. If somebody got a badge, one of the first thing I can guarantee you that coach knew ahead of time he was coming.
Okay.
I guarantee you, because you gonna know quickly if that person ain't already been on your sideline, even if it is the first game, who should and should not be there. You got all kind of athletic staff, athletic trainers. You already used to seeing them because they in practice every day. You are used to seeing you may not have the only person you may not recognize because you ain't seen them especially in the first game is the team doctor. They're gonna send an orthopedic. They gonna send this doctor. You're not used to seeing them because they only show up on game day.
Okay.
Other than that, you're gonna see the athletic stuff. So you know who on your sideline. Believe me, because I can tell you, it's fun. But I could with my students now, my former players that we talk junk all the time online. They'll tell you how much fun it was to mess with us, especially me being the backup coach. And now when I say they inching up, because they trying not only to see the game, but get in the game like, Coach, I'm over your shoulder. Coach, I'm ready to go. And coach ain't talking to you. Coach ain't talking to him. He talking to you like, back they bleeps up because I'm trying to control this game. So believe me, they know who on their sideline. Especially when he's sitting over there with the Jeepers Creepers where he get those people's glasses from. So I want to bet something more gonna happen to the Central Michigan people than it is gonna happen to the Michigan people.
Absolutely, because Central
I
Michigan.
really don't think nothing gonna happen.
Nah, they gonna like I said, the NCAA, they don't like Harbor. And we have seen in the past what they did. They took all the betters down. Look at how they did the basketball team, right? And
Michigan is not a basketball school.
Huh?
Michigan, that's different. Michigan is not a basketball school.
Understood, but it's still the University of Michigan. They don't like the University of Michigan. Everybody's not cheering hell to the victors. Just being honest.
Now, it's a whole lot easier to send your athletic director down there to hang her head and say, it's a dark day for the University of Michigan basketball. We're taking down the banners. They will. I can guarantee if they took the natty, it won't be no press conference behind it announcing it. It'll quietly just kind of be removed, and the people that Free Press and the News will write an article about how they've done Michigan so wrong. The people on the payroll, they're gonna control the narrative like they always do, and people in the back in their pockets, and that's what's gonna happen. It won't be no inside. What's the athletic director's name? He won't get on there and say. Ward Manuel will not say two words. We were wrong. Nope, he's not gonna say that. He gonna say he gonna keep the company line, which is nothing because he ain't said nothing this far. Well, he been saying nothing.
Well, he spoke last night. He did speak last night. He said he has the utmost respect for Jim, and he can't wait to see him to the honorary captain. And he said he didn't have respect for him since 1986. They were teammates on that Wolverine. Look, man, you ain't got to get mad at me. I'm just telling you what the man said.
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Oh, you got jokes. Now you got jokes. I'm not mad at you.
I'm being honest. Saying, I'm telling you.
I'm getting my Ward Emanuel. I give my Ward Emanuel.
That's what Ward Emanuel said last night. He's always had respect for Jim. He said he's always had respect for him since 1986 when they were teammates. I didn't even know the dude played for the University of Michigan. That was information to me. All I'm gonna say is Terry Fair. That's all I'm gonna say. Terry Fair.
Strong J, Terry Fair. I didn't say this name. You got me to do it. How do you get me to say that name?
Terry Fair.
I'm not saying Terry Fair is a bad person. I'm saying he was a bad player. I'm just saying that the Lions, you can't continue to do idiotic stuff, which was continue to do the same thing over and over again and get a different result. You got to make some change. Sometimes you got to go out and get, sometimes we got,
Terry Fair. I wouldn't, me or you, if we could replay them years back, and you said you was in the bar at Lansing or whatever. So when you get drafted, they go and they show you onto the side, they show your accolades. The dude was a national champion. You know what I mean? Cats play Division I football and don't even play for a national championship. They were the underdog. Everybody had Florida State to win the national. And they did it with Terry Fair. You had to pick him. I get it. Matt Millen, he did that right there at that time, that was the best player available. Because you still had, as far as receiver-wise, you still had Herman Moore, although he was on the decline. You had Willie Green. He was on the decline. So I get it. Let me get Terry Fair. Randy Moss had baggage.
You know what I did? I took him to the east side to the best smokehouse, and we'd have been just fine.
Terry Fair.
I ain't playing. You think I'm joking? I know back then they tested for weed. That'd have been on the list. But hey, you know how it is. Sometimes you got to put that get that baby PP and put that.
But that's what I'm saying is if they took Randy, think about it. Randy Moss went to the Vikings with who? Chris Carter.
And his brother, his big brother was there too.
So what I'm saying is if Randy would have came to Detroit, he would have still been overplayed by Herman, right? Which means because Scott Mitchell would have went to a for sure thing more. Look, a bird in the hand beat two in the bush. If it's in your hand, you can see it. It's in the bush, it can fly away. We didn't know. All we seen was what Randy did in college, but he had been proven with Herman Moore. Remember, he went to battle with Herman Moore. This is the same Herman Moore. The year they beat Philadelphia in the regular season and then win the playoffs and lost 51-30. So that's what I'm saying. He didn't know what he was going to get out of Randy Moss.
Okay, we didn't beat that bush really bad today. We're gonna move forward, we're gonna jump into our the silliest part of our show, and then we're gonna do some predictions. We're gonna get out here. So we're gonna take a quick pause for the cause as we jump into Stoopid Sports News. How can I frame this? I've been trying to find a way to say this. So, okay, Olympic breakdancing is now an Olympic sport. In the last, see.
Hey man, I thought you was joking. I really did.
It's a real sport. It's a real gold medal sport, and I just laugh because I used to get in trouble in middle school for breakdancing in the hallway. We were instead of fighting, we would breakdance. We would literally take cardboard in a big old box and break it down and then strap it together, like a 10 by 10. We would break it down to a 1 by 1 somehow, stick it in our backpack, sneak radios in school, and in the hallway in the back of the building at Pella Middle School, we'd be back there windmilling. And now it's an Olympic sport. We used to literally get we didn't have detention, but we would get. There was a guy named, I forget his name, but he was. Once we got in trouble, you either got suspended or you got paddled. And most of us we'd take the paddle because I can't go home and get suspended.
Yeah, I can't get suspended. Yeah, this hand don't even sit right no more because I got hit with so many rulers. Like this hand, how they say your hand itch. You got money coming. This hand cries. Don't even itch, it cries.
We would get in trouble for breakdancing. We would get our windbreakers, and and now it's an Olympic sport. What, 40 years later, 35, 40 years later, I get it. Is it cool? Yes. It was a demonstration sport in the last Olympics, and now you see them doing it around the world. And some of them are good. It's feast of famine because you see them, and some of them are real good. They've been hosting breaking competitions forever. It never really stopped, and I get it. And it's a great thing. You still wear your cool hat, and you wear your do-rag so you can slide across the floor. You wear your windbreaker. You do your poses. But it's been a few of them where the poses ain't been quite right. Where the one girl, they show her just roll on the floor to a pole. She roll over to another. I mean, she literally just roll over, get to another pose. And then she can't even do the little flip up to the pole. And then they talking about the one girl with the do-rag from like Serbia or something. I didn't have a problem with it because that goes along with, the outfit. And, they call it cultural appropriation, corporal misappropriation. And why she looked crazy with the do-rag. Yeah, I can get it. But you also got to remember that's part of the uniform. If you go back to the movies Breaking, you go back to Beach Street, it was Pumas. It was, the windbreakers and the Puma breakers and the whole Adidas suits and everything. That really doesn't change. And if anything, to me, that's a throwback thank you to what got them there. But when you see the feast, it looked good. The girl from the USA was going at the other little girl. She got in the face with the little thing over her head, and which was cool. Another girl, they did a good job. But when you see the ones who really can't do it, it's like, how did they get? Are they just saying, how do you judge the top groups to even be a part of it? Because, okay, now let's look at it. Of course, there's always going to be somebody in swimming who going to almost break their neck every year. Every year they send somebody in swimming who be, so last that you can't even see them. And they got somebody in diving who almost break their neck. You got somebody in track and field who not even going to qualify, whose speed not even qualified enough to make the time, but they send them anyway. So how do we justify that with the breakdance? What are your thoughts, sir?
Terry Fair. I have no idea, dog. You got me. I have no idea. Terry Fair. I don't know. Michael Jordan. They asked Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. He was like Kevin Durant. Terry Fair. I don't know. I don't know.
I get it. I get it 100%. But I would challenge you, sir, to at least watch a few of the highlights and find the girl who just rolled on the ground. Find the girl who just rolled on the ground. And I'm like,
I got it.
You got to see it. All right. Let's go back and make a few predictions. I know we didn't get a chance to talk about it. And we got, let's see here. We got the women's national team playing Brazil right now. I'm hoping they are winning. I did not look at the score. Let's see here. You think they're going to pull that one out?
Absolutely.
All right. We got women's volleyball. They play the winner of the Turkey-Italy matchup tomorrow. You think they can win that one?
Absolutely.
All right. The men's basketball team play against Paris today. 2:30 this afternoon. They play against Paris this afternoon. You think they're going to take that one?
Absolutely. It's over.
Honestly, I think that's going to probably be their best game. They're going to jump all over Rudy so bad.
Rudy and you got Wembyama.
Wemby going to have a good game. Wemby going to have a good game. Honestly, I think Wemby this probably going to be his coming out game. Wemby might put up 35. And I'm going to tell you straight up. Wemby might put up 35. Honestly. But I think I think USA should win the gold in that game. The USA should win it by 18 or more. And I don't think that game's going to be much close after the third quarter. It's going to be a tough environment. They're playing pairs in pairs, and it's going to be a tough game. Let's see here. We got the women tomorrow morning, 8:30 versus pairs. What you think on that one?
You mean against France? Yeah. Women. The women gonna get it.
I don't think that game gonna be close at all.
No, not at all.
I don't think so. Don Taurasi gonna get her last gold medal. She gonna walk into the sunset, and she's not gonna let no soft freshman take her spot.
Man. Oh God. Oh God.
All right. For the close of the ceremony, we got Katie Ledecky and Nick Mead, our flag bearers. Katie Ledecky, the swimmer, she won like 5 gold medals in this game or something like that. Nick Mead one of the first on the rowing team, first time men's rowing, 4x4. They won the first gold in like 60 years, 60 years. So congratulations to them. So we closing out real strong. I'm sorry. I don't know if you talked about Noah Lyles, but I got to talk about that boy. What's wrong with him? I like the enthusiasm. He in the 200. He jump out the stands, run to his block, get in the block and get third, and then say, "Oh, I had COVID." No, man, no, you was running out the block. You was jumping out the stadium. How you gonna jump out the stadium, run in a circle? Run, turn around in circles, look, like you're a tornado, and all of a sudden come in third. You can't complain. You can't make excuses. At that point, you either in the race to win it, and you're gonna be the best, or you're not. You can't say, "Oh, I had COVID." No. Come on, man. Come on.
Right.
I like Noah Lyles. I like that brother because he get all excited, but you can't expend that much energy if you know you got COVID.
Correct.
Jumping out the stands.
Right.
Just to get in your block to come in third. All right. Congratulations to Sha'Carri Richardson. She won silver in the 100 meter and won the gold in the 4x100. And so, hey, congratulations to Sha'Carri and the rest of the women on the team. I'm sorry. I got to mention Jasmine Moore. Murray Wright product, her parents, her father, and I played football together in high school. And she's a Texas-born young lady, won bronze in the long jump and triple jump. Congratulations to Earl Moore and the Moore family and Jasmine Moore. And I got to say it, Errol Moore, congratulations. That's no matter if we call him Earl, anybody on the team know his name is Errol. That's
Okay. All right.
So, congratulations, man. Much love. All right, we're gonna get out of here, everybody. I do apologize for me having technical difficulties, couldn't get in early. We're gonna figure it out. Don't forget Love and Stuff on Tuesday. They've been showing a little bit later. Marcus, because of the summer hours, he always show a little later in the summer. Dr. Valencia Etner, Reverend Dr. Valencia Etner, on Wednesday afternoon, she has her show on YouTube. Make sure you turn in to her. And we still got to get Brother Williams back. I might have to drive a couple of miles down the road to go talk to him and bring him back in the fold. We got to get him back. Thank you, Mr. Felix. I say the Tigers gonna win today. I say the Tigers gonna win today. Viva los Tigres! Come on, I can't give up on the boys. They 2 hours away. Every game is later, but they're gonna be all right. All right, Marcus, go on, put the music on there, send us out of here. We shall see you next Saturday on the 17th. Same back time, same back channel.
Terry Fair.